Hello and welcome to my shop, and thank you so much for joining me here. It's the second day of 2024. Second day for me to work on the string on this radio. I kind of hoped to do it in one day, but could not. So I have a temporary string installed almost correctly, almost completely. And now I'm going to replace it with the real McCoy string. Again, it's a string without any stretch. It's very thin. It's a very, very thin string. So, how to do this in the easiest way possible. Oh boy. So one end is going to have a spring on it, and the other end is not. The other end will have a loop. The loop will be hooked on one of these little tangs here. Should I set up the spring end first or the solid end? See, if I do the solid end, the string is coming around this way and heading in the open spaces and coming back to the big wheel. Another challenge here, I have not talked about this, is access to the front side of this plate. I haven't spoken about this at all. I could take the front plate off, but it's a lot. There's a lot involved, and along with the front plate coming off, these two wheels disappear also. So you cannot take this plate off and then carry on with the string installation. The most you will get is easy access to the front of this. I don't think that's helpful. I think I can probably manage to get the string in here and on the wrong side of this thing just by fiddling enough. Yeah. Okay, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the loop end. It comes in through the hole here, attaches there, heads back, and eventually becomes this part of the string that's just laying here because the string I used was too short. We come up here, come around the wheel, head out, back 40, come back, head down around. Spring gets attached. String is measured, or the length is cut appropriately. Spring is attached, and the spring, I will have to stick it up through here. I can turn this way and that way. Actually, I can only turn it that way right now because it's maxed out. But I can change the access to these points. Right. Okay, I think we just go at it. I'm going to leave the other string on there as long as I can. Probably won't be very long. Okay, so first we'll make the loop. Loop. I'm going to stick it down through this hole, hook it just over here. Not a big loop, Jim. And nip off this excess string here because it's going to probably cause problems. There's a chance I can just fit it on like this without using tools or anything. I just managed to get it in the right spot. So that's what I'm trying to do first. well, let me get a tool here. A long, pointed one. Something's happened here to this. What's going on there? Oh my gosh, can you see that? You can I'm just looking in the TV screen too. So instead of being punched out normally, I didn't expect this, right? This should be like just punch back like that, so it's like this. Then you just slide the string over it. This one, it looks like it's curled back right around the other way. Well, why in the heck would it be like that? Let me look again. Let's see if we get really close here. In fact, you know what? I'm going to use the other camera. We'll see if we can get a good look at this or not. You can even yeah, it's bent right back. It's not supposed to be like that. Who did that? Well, that changes the picture entirely because the string is gripped from in the other direction now. Oh my gosh. I couldn't get 3 minutes into this without something nutsy happening. What about the other one? The other one is here. So the other one looks normal. Except it's not punched out all the way. Is it? It's a little weak gap there. Might be able to get a string in there. What's going on with this? Oh my gosh. So with this one, it's pointing this way now. The string should go this way. Should go this way. But there's no hole over here anywhere. Well, there is a hole. You can see the string is intended to come in from the bottom. Sorry about the focusing. Oh my gosh. You gotta be kidding me. I sort of semi-noticed this earlier, but not fully. No, I have not considered any of that. Well, I could still tie a string in here. I could still just tie it here. It's ugly and not really appropriate, but it would work. There's also a tiny little hole here. I could feed the string through and tie it here. Still have it come back out this hole. Still have it go around that way and come up, and here's the continuation of it. So I could do that. What else can you do? What are these holes for anyway? sometimes these little holes are for holding the end of the spring. Never seen it in a radio like this, but there's no reason why you couldn't. You know, hold the spring. So if we think these two holes are the main thing, where's the old string? Did I keep? Was there an old string? Did I keep the old string? I don't know now. It's certainly not laying around on my bench. I've probably thrown it out. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, I don't remember what happened with the string. Is it in the cabinet? The reason I'm interested is the end of the string will indicate how it was attached. So I think this is from this radio. And the end of this spring looks like it's going to be hooked through a hole, not so much through one of these tabs, but I can't be sure of that. As far as the string doesn't really care. The string told me that. I don't care. I have this loop on the end now. What good is it? It's not really any good. Okay, let's try the tie it to here. Oops. In some ways that's easier than trying to fish it onto the loop, onto this hook. One of the unnerving things about this when you don't have a stringing diagram is, you know, the whole time you can be saying to yourself, well, this isn't even the right way to do this. And the only way to find out is to kind of put the whole thing together. You know, suffer the arrows of outrageous fortune and double knotted because I can just cut this off if I'm not happy in the end. Okay, great. Now I don't want to cut the string off the reel here until the very last minute. I think I have to cut it already. I think I can get it around. Well, just play out a whole bunch of string. Whole bunch of string. Got this from Australia about 10 years ago. Yes, Australia. Okay, now we want to come up and around and up here and over the back and back and back. Okay, that's all for pretty easy stuff. So, if you've been watching my videos, you know one of my cats is not feeling well. Peanut, the orange cat. She's suffering from very serious constipation, which is can be a very serious thing in cats. Certainly serious with him. Okay, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to cut this practice string out of there. I don't really need it. I don't think I need it at all. Famous last words. Yeah, so Peanut is he has not been able to push the crap out yet. We are treating him with medications. I am force feeding him water because he's not drinking very much. And hanging loose like that. This prognosis is not very good. That's the reality of it. Unless he can start moving the poop along, he would be destined towards very expensive surgery, which my wife and I we're not going to entertain that. It's just crazy expensive. He's not a young cat. Now I got to stop and think about what I'm doing here. A string going all over the place makes it just that much harder to kind of visualize everything. Why have I got so much slack here? Oh, that's because this is going back. Right. Gonna come across, go down, and then it's got to head through a hole down yonder and then over to this knot hole. So what if I turn this all the way here? I don't have to worry about the end of the string. It's tied in, so don't pull it tight like that. Did I just make a mistake doing that? Yeah, kind of. I'd rather have it on this side. That's going to interfere with this new string I'm putting in. So one of the challenges in doing this is the string, it derails all the time while you're doing this. So I'm going to try to compensate for that. That's not easy to do, but it involves maintaining attention on the string at all times. Whoops, see? Including that moment there. So the easiest way to maintain attention is to hang a weight. Doesn't need to be much. Now we'll see how this works out. So I want to advance the wheel. It is advanced now. One hole is here, the other one is there. This is the one I'm aiming for. This is the hole I'm aiming to come through. So we're coming back over the top. Can't be this hole. This hole, even this one goes by. So it looks like this hole, but it won't attach to this. The incorrectly bent piece. This is the hole where I got the string coming through already. Does it really matter? Normally they don't go through the same hole. What if I put it through the same hole? Then it has to head somewhere where I can spring it. I can put a spring onto this hole down here. So let's just, so we're coming out, we're going around. There's no way this hole can rise up too far on the other side. This hole is stopping short of being too high this way. I don't know, put the string down through here and put the spring on it and spring it all the way down to this hole. Okay, we need to make a measurement now. If I'm going to try to do that, is that really going to work? Pull it a little tight. This piece. This piece is supposed to go. Deep breaths. Calm. Calm is what works. To get the measurement, I really have to have this thing You know what? I kind of forgot about forgot about the knob down there. I totally forgot about that. Okay, stopping again. Coffee time. 20 minutes already. Yikes. Just come back from drinking a bit of coffee and look at this thing. Looks like somebody threw spaghetti on it. Okay. I was going to try to determine the proper length of the string so I can cut it, so I can work better with it. And I'd forgotten the part down here, but that doesn't add too much string. I think I'm just going to continue doing what I was doing. To get a length of the string here. Rather than being miserly, I'm liable to cut quite a bit of extra this time. So this comes back through here, reaches the top. My thinking is to go in this hole, so really you don't need much more string than that. And I got to make an allowance for down here. So what would I do? So if this is the end of the string, about here, I got to add enough for that. So being generous at this point, because goodness knows what I'm doing, that's got to be enough string. Because I'm going to go even further. Okay, cut that string. Oh my gosh, what have I done? What has he done? Okay, we're going to want to get it around this wheel down here, because this is not something you can do later. You have to fish the string around it. So that's happening. Oh my gosh, not with that. It's gonna do it in here, but it can't, because this goes past it. So it would have to be, well, it have to be the other end. It have to be this end. Put this back under here. Same thing here. Did it come down from here? In which case I probably don't have enough string. Did it come down from here and go around? That diagram showed it doing that, didn't it? Let's look at that diagram, because that diagram actually is pretty good. Let's take a look at it here. Okay, so now this shows it coming off this pulley, going down the wrong side, going down. I'm coming this way. I'm considering, what am I doing? Come down off this pulley. They show it going around the far side, and then around the thing, and then up and in. So I've got it going around the far side and tied. I got this done differently. Right now I have it. Oh my gosh! I have it coming. I have it like this, except not going around here. Instead, it's going up, and it's tied. So I actually do have this. I just didn't do this part. So can we get this part in there? I have to pull the whole string off, I think, and wind it around here properly. Get the rear and the front part correct, and then fish it back up and around and down, back to this point. Okay. Okay, so off where it's tied around the thing. Off where it's tied and around the thing. Off where it's tied and around the thing. So here's where it's tied. I'm going to take the whole string off otherwise. I think. Now there could be a way to kind of twist the string a few times and stick it on the shaft there. I don't. Oh, but it can't be here. I already proved that. It can't be here. Oh, Jim. It can't be done there. So it's supposed to be done on the way back, but I wonder if there's more than one way to do these. If some of the parts that I'm struggling with really aren't all that function critical, as long as you get certain things right. So if I'm going to use this part of the string, it would have to go down. Never mind. It would have to go down. They showed it going across. So I've got to work out now which way the knob is turning. So into this arrangement, if you turn the knob to move the arrow, move the pointer that way, it'd be pulling the string. Pulling the string will move this way. Moving it this way, move it that way. That's exactly what I want. That's exactly what I want. So okay, so we're gonna wrap this now. We're gonna look at the diagram again, front and back. You can't see what I'm doing because of this piece. A little hard to get some of this on camera, of course. So we've gone around this way, and we're supposed to go around. Now, I'm going to look at the diagram myself here quickly. You come down on the front and head towards the back. So this comes down to the front, and then we wind this towards the back. What a mess. And around again. So, you know, there may be much better ways of doing this kind of thing, putting the string on a radio. I've done a few radios where it's been 1, 2, 3, and it's on. And I've done a lot of radios where it's 1, 2, 3, whoops. And you have a 1, 2, 3 quite a few times. Get on there. It's all tangled up here. So we're around it. I can straighten this out as long as I've gone around. Is it really 3 times now? I don't think so. Let me see. When I look down at it, oh my gosh, can you hear my stomach growling? I bet you can. Okay, so there we are. So we have, when I look down on it, I see 2 turns. This last one, though, I'm holding is actually going to go over it again. I think that's enough. Okay, we get it to go over again. This is, yeah, I was going to say, this is to get the length right, but it's not. I cut it. Okay, we're through there. Now, it's supposed to come up. I still stomach is going crazy. Up. Darn knob's in the way. This way. Up around the big wheel. I don't have good feelings about this. Around here. I don't think this is correct, but down here and then back. Ooh, I haven't got much string. Oh, I got lots of string here. Good show. Underneath the bracket. Or is it really underneath the bracket? That's right. Yeah, I did a sight line through there. It's definitely underneath the bracket. Imagine doing this in a factory. Supervisor looking over you. John, this is the 7th radio you've done. What's the problem? Okay, so now this. So this hole is suitable. Okay. So we have the string. The string has fallen off the big wheel on the first turn round, and that's allowed a lot of, like, this excess string's not excess. I have to fish it out of there now. Where did it go? It's caught on this. This is it. No. That's another deal. Yeah, if I'm saying things that's not making a lot of sense, it's because I really am talking to myself here. It's making sense to me. Okay, and we've got to chase. Oh, it is on the big wheel. It is on the big wheel. Say it again. It's on that big wheel. Just move it towards the back here. So that's everything. Oh, come on, really? Okay, I can hold this here. Turn the dial. If I turn the dial this way and moving this way, pointer going towards the high end. Pointer going towards the high end. I think that's correct. Okay, let me hang some weight from it here. A fair bit. Okay, so I believe I'm sending the pointer that way. Which way is the string moving? Sending the pointer that way. The wheel is turning this way. The string is going that way. Glory bound. Okay, I think this is actually going to work. A couple things I got to do is fix the end of the string with the spring, and we have a loop over happening down in the spool here, which I want to make sure it's not a serious thing. Let's look at the other camera here. So what I'm concerned about is the string is doubling over itself. really see the angle of the string coming off. And almost say I've got it wound the wrong way on the bobbin, just from the string angles here. Okay, now as for it being doubled over, and that focus is really annoying. It looks good here. I think the doubling over is very minor. It's a minor problem over here. Ooh, that doesn't look good at all there. Oh yes, come on. Okay, I can't stand the camera having automatic focus on it. That just doesn't help. Bear with me while I freeze the focus here on this guy. It's in a good spot right now. Don't know what I'm doing. There we go. Okay. Now it's not going to refocus. Is that really a Tangela? Boy, it sure looks like one, doesn't it? The string we see is the string rising up, which should be at the front. Okay, let's just tighten that up a little bit. And then this one, wow, I don't know, boy, I can't really look at it and figure it out. Yeah, it looks like it's woven in there, doesn't it? It really doesn't look right. Really doesn't look right. Let's see if I can pull on this. Go down. Give me a different tool here. Tighten up. Oh, something went by and I didn't see it. What was it? Looks good now. You know what? It looks good. I think it's fine. Okay, we got to be sure of that, because once you put the whole thing together, if this is bunged up, the whole thing has to come apart again. But that looks good now. So you can't see the other string. It's leaving straight off it there. You can see it now. Looking good. Okay, good show. Now, where are we at? We're at the next step. So I have the string on the wheels. So, you know, the demand for string is normal. And we want to use this spring, which I think came from this radio, but I can't be sure. You have lots of other springs, but I might as well use the original one. Come on off there. string on the closed loop end, the open loop end will go in the hook. Now let's just look at that situation. I'm thinking going in this hole, coming this way. So the stretch amount, the maximum stretch amount, I'm feeling it now. I want to feel how much tension there is. There's a goodly amount of tension there. What I would want to do is first I'll keep this tight. Everything tight. I'm going to want to, oh boy, put the string through the hole. Have it come out here. Tie this on the right spot. That's the challenge. Once it's tied on the right spot, fish it up in behind here, all the way over to the hole, and get it to clip on. Woo, 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 don't do that, don't do that. Don't do that. Gonna end up with a pile of spaghetti here. I got this spring as weak as it looks. Once you pull it a little bit, it gets pretty tight pretty quick. So it likes to be out about that much. It likes to be out about that much. Do you really? Well, okay, I just hold it there. Okay. The string then, this is also kind of a one-shot deal. I can't do this too many times. We'll leave excess string so I can attempt to do it a couple of times. Mark on here where I think the knot should be. This green marker. Is a green marker going to work? Yep. So if we push this through the hole, we can pretend just by doing this, come out about there. From there, the spring would have to stretch all that way. Don't come off. Everybody stay on. We have Alexa in my house here. We have a number of them, and sometimes I speak to it with foreign accents and weird stuff. And the other day I said something to it, you know, turn off the lights, but I said it in a weird way, and it answered back in a weird way. Not whispering. It has an automatic whisper feature, but I don't know. It tells jokes, so maybe it's a uh-oh, we have dismounted everything. This is the spot. Let's mark it and then check it. Come on, mark it. Okay, it's marked. Relative to the mark. So it came off way up here. Okay. Calm down. Tension this up first. It's because these guys aren't hanging anymore. Hang them, hang them. They must be hanging. Okay, they're hanging. And we'll put this back on out here. A little worried about the crossing of the string right in the top of the wheel here. It might tie itself up. I hope not. You have a mark. We want to check the mark. So we're going through the hole, coming out about there. Tying the spring on, getting lots of tension, because that's going to put the spring. Use the green mark, it's right where my thumb is. It's going to be coming more or less like this. A spring. That's quite a pull. Let's do it. Okay, again, I don't want to cut the string till the last minute. Now, how are we going to do this? How am I going to... I can do some kind of loop around thing. Ah, loop around. What are you talking about? I don't know. Something like that. Then we want to go loop around. Is this really something? I don't know. Yes, it is. Oh, look at the green mark is way up here now. The green mark there. So I can freeze these knots after the fact by using glue, if the knot is not really a knot. The knot is not a knot. Knot, knot, knot. Okay, that's on. Now, I've tied it on, and the stupid spring is out. I didn't put it... Oh. No. 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 Duh. Okay, there was a bit of a duh there. But because of the way I did it, I can undo it real easy. So the loop around technique. Yes, don't forget this technique. Okay, we'll undo it. Okay, fish the string. Let me just tie it. Just make sure this can't make it more difficult to come off there. Okay, now push the string through. I practiced that, didn't I? And then I didn't follow what I did when I practiced it. The string is through. Okay, now we'll try to do the same fancy trick here. The string has its own ideas here. And the green. Get the green in there. The string keeps going somewhere I don't want it to go. Let's just get the green thing in the right place here. There we are. Okay, so that's pretty much on the green spot. Green for go. Now we're going to try to stick this in here. Get this to come through there. So you can see the angle of this will never come through this hole from here. I'm going to bend it out. Even that might be tough. Ooh, that snap. I don't want to break us off. Okay, I think I can do it. You can see the knot has come loose and the green has moved. that's not good. Let's see if we can do this. Can we even manage to do this? I don't know. Oh boy. Think about this now. Not with that hand, not like that. Oop. Oh. Oh, we're done. Don't get all tangled up in the string now. Okay, so we have a loose end here. I can pull this out. Things look a little simpler. Let's get back up here. My best hope is to be able to hold this in my hand. I would say. Ha! Right through. Okay, what do we got? We got to pull the string tight. We got to pull the string tight. I can pull it here. Did I pull it? I think I did. Okay, can that just hang there? It can just hang there. Okay, now pull this back out here. Shouldn't this be all tightened up now? Only after I put it on the big wheel here. Ooh, I don't know, because it slipped on the green mark. Let's take a look at that. It's loose anyway. Now would be the time to fix that. How are you ever going to do that? The green mark's up here now. Oh, I disconnected it. I won't worry about the green mark. We'll assume I had enough stretch in the spring to accommodate it, and there's other things I can do with this spring after the fact. After the fact of what? Don't let this come right off. Don't let this come right off. Put it behind. Okay, oops, a nice deep breath. No, wrong hand. Gotta use this hand. I may have to stop for a few minutes because I can feel my the tension going up. I start moving too fast. Make a mess of things. Observe. Wrong angle on my finger. I've got it. I wish I could kind of ensure it stays there. It's turning into a pile of spaghetti here. This is the string I want to pull on. Okay. Now maintain tension there. Just feels like there's 6 miles of too much string because it's come off the big wheel. Didn't want it to come off this much. At this point, get on there. Trap the string there. Sort of trap it. Let's go around the back for now. And around the back. And what? What's happened here? Oh, there's a little screw that gets in the way there. There we go. Come over the top. Right, it's just, oh yeah, there's 16 miles because it came off the wheel. It came off the wheel. Okay, gotta go back on the wheel. Back on the wheel. Okay, we're on the wheel. Now we got to go on these wheels. This is where the tension should come up. This one's on already. This is it. This is the whole tensioning. Let's see. That would be it. Some terrible things have happened down on this thing here. Uh-oh, look at that. What happened down there? Okay, I think I see what happened. The string that's wrapping around the front turn, on the front turn, has somehow slipped all the way around, got caught on the back. If I just grab it here and just pull it. Yes. Let's try this way. Pull it here, pull it there. Uh-oh. Okay, lost my puller tool there. Give me another one. I don't know. There. That'll do it. Go in and hook it. There. We'll take that off. Hopefully that'll straighten out on its own. Down there. Did I get this correct in any way, shape, or form? after all that. So if I were turning the dial this way, I would expect the pointer to go that way, and that's the way the string is turning. Oh, I've made a big mistake. There's a huge mistake here. So what's happened is one of the wait a second. Yeah. This hole passes the spool here. It can't go in there. Which one's this? This is the spring-loaded one, isn't it? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Coffee time. Didn't work. Didn't work out. Got it wrong. I'm having the feeling I'm not going to get through this today as much as I want to. Just untangling something there. Okay. Which string is it that needs to be extended out of this hole and into another better hole? Which one? I think I can't tell. I cannot tell. For sure I tied the spring onto this. Yes. Okay, so this is the string. You can see the spring stretch when I pull on it. I need to extract it. It can't go in this hole because this is going to turn this way. No, that's okay. That would be okay. Well, no, it wouldn't, because as soon as this hole gets past this area here, we're going to be in trouble. Oh, you I can't finish that sentence. So if we take this out of here, stick it up here, we have the same kind of problem, only up at this end. We can't get past here. Maybe I just tune part of the band. Yeah, I just said, well, you know, it's a half tuner. Just tunes half. Don't think I can move this through its entire. Yeah, so I'm kind of hitting the end of the road here because of this problem down here. This one, this is the tied one. It's the tied one that's in trouble. Yeah, let's go the other way now. It's the tied one, not the sprung one. If I come up here, the sprung one is fine because this is going to stop here. It's here. It's the tied one. So you want the tied one to drop down that other hole. Now if it drops down the other one, the tied one, which one's the tied one? This one is the tied one. So we want the tied one. I'm not sure about that. Can't feel it. Want it to continue along further. Oh, that's just great because the excess string is on the other end. Oh, what a headache. So how to approach this? I have to untie this. Pull it back. Pull it back. Wait a minute. No, we want to untie it, pull it out, and then we want to extend it all the way over to this other hole here. And this hole, where would we clip the spring from here? As the string would be. Oh, it's all around this thing too. Oh my gosh. Oh. Maybe a smarter thing to do when you're doing these string jobs is to leave excess string at both ends until you kind of figure everything out correctly. We have to get the slack here over to here. To do that, I have to disconnect the spring, untie, slip. I have no idea how much to do, but we're pretty sure this end is correct now, so I don't need a lot of excess string. So I can tie it just near the end of this. Pull everything through. Get everything put back on. Do the sizing. The new string dropping point, the string will continue. Instead of dropping here, it will continue all the way over to this hole. And this is a tied one, so I don't need to I actually come in and tie right in the same hole the spring is in. right here. It's a short distance too. It's not going to consume much string. I got lots of string. Try to maintain everything else. Okay, that's the plan. Let's dismount this. I think I have the tension right too. I'll dismount this one around the back. I'm going to pull this guy out of here. That was easy. I just want to loosen this up. So it is a characteristic of my videos that whatever happens in here, except in the very most boring circumstances, goes on video. That has a big effect on me in these situations. I feel very uncomfortable posting videos of me not getting it right for an extended period. Short period's fine, but extended period, I imagine it's a little hard to watch. But on the other hand, I don't want to hide anything. I mean, it would be easy if I tried to make it look like I never make a mistake in here. And I think, and this really isn't a mistake. This is just a process. I'm partway through it. Don't call it a mistake, Jim. It's just the process of getting this. I don't have a stringing diagram, so what do you think is going to happen? It's going to turn into exactly what it's turned into. Well, what it says to me, though, in terms of making videos of stuff like this, is that I can't walk away from these projects. That would send a terrible message to all of you who are trying to do this too. Okay, so we're moving this out to the end. Way out on the end. Way out on the end. Okay, that's probably good enough there. I'm going to tighten that up. Now I'm going to hang a weight. I'm going to hang a weight from this rather than fish it in place yet. Can't put it in place because I have to pull the string slack now all the way back to here. So I think the way I'll do that is I'll untie this. Can I untie that or just cut it? I think that's a pretty good knot there. Probably can't get this undone. I'll just cut it. Oh no, I got it done. Undone. Got it undone. Okay, don't lose control now. Now we're going to pull the string through. Oh, wait a minute, that's not pulling it through. We want to slip it through. Slip it through. That's a lot of stuff to slip it through. Okay, which way am I going? I want to go this way. It's too much back tension. So what am I doing? I'm trying to pull this. Just pulling on this, which is pulling up here. Come off the big wheel. So let's just take out the slack. And then we'll stick it back on the big wheel. whispering. Yes, whisper. People have 4 voices. A regular voice, a whisper voice, a falsetto voice, and then the voice that some female singers use. It's kind of a gravelly sound to it. Don't think too many male singers use it. Okay, where am I at? Is this supposed to come up now and go down this hole? Where'd this hole go? Which hole? It's not this one. It's got to be this one here. Looks like a good enough hole. I'll stick it in there. It's kind of a male attitude, isn't it? Now we'll go down. Okay, I think I've actually got there. For an experiment, can I clip this here? Okay, it's probably not clipped very well. This guy, well, he just goes back in. Depends how we're setting the length here. So the current arrangement, I don't have it on the big wheels, so there's a lot of string not in there. Let's put it on the big wheels here. Okay, I'm going to let go of that. Maybe I'll just hang this down here. Did I say big wheel? Small wheel. Yeah, I think of doing this in a factory setting. I mean, you'd have to get good at it, that's for sure. Because you couldn't be doing this kind of thing, fooling around like this. You'd have to have a procedure that works every time. There probably is a method. I don't know it. Oh, how did this get off here like that? Whoa, that almost went. Back on. Okay. Now both ends are free now. So I can assess the spring end. What if I just left it like that? Okay, the spring is going to pull up to here. Not terribly tight. Now, how tight do you need the string? You need the string tight enough that it won't slip. Why? Well, why would it slip? Because it's fighting all kinds of friction. Friction in the bearings here, friction here, especially in an old radio. So you get slippage pretty easy. But if you lubricate these things, and in here especially, you can remove a lot of the friction, and the string tension doesn't have to be as great to overcome or to prevent the slipping. So I have not lubricated these things yet. I think we got it. So the next step, it's probably easier for me to relocate this on the string than to fool around with the other end. So I'm going to tie the other end as it is. Ended up now with an awful lot of slack here. That's because I wound it further on the big wheel. He says to himself. Okay, then we want to tie a knot. Okay. Oops. Got a little too tight there. I have to rely on glue to freeze this knot. But I want to glue it now. There's no reason why I can't tie it around here too. Other than somebody will look at this years from now and go, well, what is he doing? I hope I got this right. I sincerely hope I got this right this time. Right enough. Anyway, this might not be quite the factory approach. Maybe you can't go into there. How do you tie a knot again? Come into there. How's the patient doing, nurse? He's bleeding out. Hurry. Tie the knot. Can you imagine the pressure surgeons are under to hurry up? The whole time they're doing the surgery. The whole time. Hurry up, don't waste time, hurry up. And they can't go, well, I'm going to go for a coffee now and watch some TV. They can't do that. You have to be a pretty bold human being to cut open somebody, and you don't have to be so bold to do this. I mean, if the patient dies, wow. It's not the end of the world, is it? The end of my world. Okay, now, looking at the spring situation now. You can also shorten the spring. That's another option. Getting it through the hole is going to be a little tough. I don't think it's pulling hard enough. There. We need more pull. So I got to shorten it up on here. So let's put a green mark. Whoops, green mark where I want to go. Take me to the green mark. Okay. Now, this is on. This is on. Everything is the way it should be, except for the spring here. Okay, I've got to get into that knot. Almost. I need a pin. Where are my pins and needles? I keep them right here. Here they are. Back. It's the wrong one. Pull this. Push this. Whoops. Okay, I lost the knot entirely. I have lost the knot. And we're working with almost no excess string here. Okay, I'm going to tie a different kind of knot. Just a regular knot. Oh. This is the point where the surgeon turns to the young surgeon in the room and says, "You finish up." And he leaves. There's no young surgeon here. That's a wrong tool. Need this one. Okay, come on. Don't rush. Don't rush. Rushing won't help. Rushing won't help. Tell you a hydro joke. Power company joke. Power company's hiring some new linemen. So they have two guys look like good potential linemen, but they want to put them to a real field test. He's not just a lineman, he's going to be a superintendent. So, got to know what you're doing. So the company says, "Okay, you two guys, you take that street, you take that street over there. Each one of you's got 10 poles and a crew. Organize the crew and get the poles put in. Whoever gets some more poles in, we're going to hire. So get busy." So the two potential superintendent, supervisor, foreman get busy. They get their crews out and they work all day. At the end of the day, they're back talking to the guy who's making the hiring decision. He says, "Well, Bill, you did 8 poles. That's really good. But Fred, you only did 2. How come?" Fred says, "Yeah, well, look at Bill's poles. He left most of them sticking out of the ground." Okay, so I'm all alone here. There's no audience response. No audience response. I have no idea. Did that joke fly? Got another hydro joke for you. Guy's walking down the street. He comes across a guy standing on a hydro magnet lid, jumping up and down, going 21, 21, 21, 21. So he watches for a while as this guy's jumping up and down, and finally he says, "What are you doing?" He goes, "I'm jumping up and down on the lid here, yelling 21. You want to try?" So the passerby says, "Okay, I'll try." He gets on top of the lid and starts jumping. 21, 21, 21, 21. The other guy grabs the lid, pulls it off. Down he goes. Lid goes back on. Guy jumps on it. 22, 22, 22, 22. So those are hydro jokes. Okay. They may not be the best jokes in the world. Actually, I'm a terrible joke teller, and I think I just demonstrated that. Where are we at now? It didn't seem to make any difference in the tension of the string. Is it because it dismounted? No. So another alternative is to shorten up the spring. Yeah, I can come on the outside here temporarily. Yeah, I can just do that. Yeah. Why even bother going in behind there? Okay, just, I'm a little too excited now. Hold on, I'm knocking everything sideways. I can't crack my knuckles, so fake knuckle cracking sound. Here we go. We are heading towards fully closed. Fully closed, the pointer is heading to the low end. Okay, we got a little bit of a string discombobulation here. Let's just see if this didn't come out right either. Are we overlapped in a bad way? Ooh, I don't know. Get back on there. We're going all the way. Going all the way. We are there. Anything funny happening with these holes? Everybody's happy. Okay, we're coming back now. Coming back. So there is a back tension I can feel when I'm turning the knob here, but I'm pretty sure it's just from the lack of lubrication right down where the shaft goes into the chassis. I think that's what I'm feeling. The rest of it is loosey-goosey. Now it is slipping. We have slippage. I'm turning, nothing's moving. Okay, testing the tension on the string. It's not very good. That's not good. In fact, there's no tension. Oh, it's dismounted. Oh, no. This is a bad sign. Bad sign. Again, it's because these wheels have so much play. Putting the string on now sometimes involves pulling against the spring. It's not easy. If the string dismounts, it's not easy. He says for the second time. The other, I think I can do it with this. There we go. It popped on. So what's happening is this wheel is drifting inwards. This wheel over here. Lenny, this wheel is drifting inwards on this shaft, and when it drifts in too far, it will dismount the string here. It needs to stay out. What's going to keep it out? Right now, the string up here is I'm going to put it in. Putting it in to the pointer, even though the pointer's not in the right spot. Okay, what do we got now? We're going again. Watching this wheel if it stays out. Okay, going back. Come on, baby. Come on, man. You can do it. We've made it. Okay, just going to move the pointer into a little more appropriate position here, roughly. Notice what I'm doing there. I'm going to push the pointer this way. Explain this many times, but it's worth hearing. The tendency would be to steady the string here and then pull against it. Steady it here where you're pulling at it, and it will slacken in the grip, and you'll be able to move this very easily. So this is totally open, and there's some marker lines here I'm pretty sure it's supposed to line up on. Oh baby, what do we got happening out front here now? Here we go. We're traveling. We're going. And we're stopping there. The capacitor is closed. The I'm strung out. The strung stayed on. Coming back. Look at this angle here. See how this is starting to drift inwards? That's not good. Plus, look at this. This whole thing is. The whole thing is supported only by these posts and screws. There's nothing else. Nothing else is going to support it. There's nothing else. Yeah, if you really wind the tension up on these strings, you can begin pulling parts in different ways, and that would be over tensing it. Slipping there, definitely slipping a bit. Very nice though. Oh my gosh, we have got it. Okay, I'd like to increase the tension a little bit. So, I'm going to risk that by taking the spring off. Come on out of there. I'm going to cut it. This is hard steel, so you want to use good strong cutters to do it. Send it flying. That went 3 or 4 places. Now we want to bend this out again. This is spring steel, so bending spring steel, you have to bend it past its strain point. Okay, do you know the difference between stressing metal and straining it? This is stressing it. How do I know I didn't strain it? Because when I remove the tension, it returns to what it was. So you bend a piece of metal a little bit, remove the tension, and it goes right back to what it was. You've simply stressed the metal. You strain it, you've pulled it so far that when you let go, it no longer returns back. That's what we got to do with this. We got to make a hook. Make a hook. Make a hook. That's the sound of muscular activity there. There we go again. There. Okay, I think that's enough of a hook. We want the hook to be a little off to the side here. If I can do it. I think that's got it. Okay. We're going to stay outside because there's almost no tension coming from this spring. It's still very untensed. Where did I have it before? Did I have it in the hole, or I just had it on this edge here? Couldn't be the edge. The tension has dropped. Did it slip? No, I still see the green mark. I don't think it slipped. Put it in the hole. Put it in the hole with the other string. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing. Maybe the capacitor's hiding it, but you can imagine what I'm doing. Get in the hole. There we are. Okay, so we've increased the tension a little bit. Seem to be getting along pretty good. Now, this is, if you look along the string, you'll see that this is pushing the string out, which is going to help to keep these wheels out. This one doesn't really matter here, but this one matters a lot. If it comes back here, it's going to dismount. That was the sound effect of string dismounting. That sound there. Okay. Lubrication. 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 Okay, we're going to lubricate up the trying to make it so you can see what I'm doing, but I'm not sure you can. Spray a little WD-40 right here, up against the chassis. Lovely. Oh, that just smoothed it right up. She's a smooth one now. Okay, another place. I want to put a little bit here. I don't think WD-40 makes for a long-term oil, so we're just going to put a little on. Ooh, don't get it on the string. And later I'll put some better oil on it. There we are. Okay, now the capacitor itself needs some care and attention for lubrication and for cleaning. So first of all, you can see the ball bearings inside there. Again, this isn't the best long-term oil, but fix her up later. There's a bearing at the back here which probably never needs to be lubricated. And what there are some special spring-loaded contacts in here which are a little hard to spot. Let's use the other camera. We'll take a good look here. So what you're looking at a very good shot of it. So these are the spring components. Whoops, this right here. You see it's rubbing right in here. I'll turn the capacitor in a minute. They are spot welded up here. They're spring metal. What's going on down at the bottom there? Are they just hanging open? The bottom of them I don't think matters too much. Ooh, does that really go all the way down to there?
Oh, appears to be the case. These go all the way down and meet up with a ground braid. So, wow, I've never really noticed that before. I just kind of thought they were up in this area.
The sliding contact part is this edge right here. That's where you can get some scratchy tuning. Okay, I'm going to tune it now. We'll watch what happens. Now you can see clearly what the so it's not much of a contact. And there's this one, and then there's another one. Who put that tube there? There's another one here. And they just, up close, they look filthy. Now they were probably lubricated originally, and the lubrication has collected dirt. Yeah, you can see how it comes right down here through a rivet and then down to a strap. Wow, I had no idea they were that concerned about grounding these things. So I'm going to hit it with some cleaner first. I don't know if this is really deoxide going to do it. I also have in here, and I really get upset, throttle body cleaner. Ooh. That's volatile. This stuff's pretty volatile too. Let's just give it a shot. Shooting gas. Also, it's good to do these with the radio operating, in fact, so you can hear the effect. Okay, so you see she's not moving. Okay. I don't think I got the tension high enough here yet. In fact, there's no tension. Where'd the tension go? It was tense. Oh, it's dismounted again. Yeah, see now this wheel has traveled back. Maybe I did that by hand and then left it, and now the string is falling right off. Oh you, oh you, oh. So when this starts happening, the string is on its way to falling off of everything. Don't want that to happen. Oh, wow. Okay, let's try this. Take my special tool here. We're gonna This has to stay out. Now, hopefully I'm the one who moved it, but let's watch the action. We're watching this wheel. So I think it should stay out. Literally because the pointer is pushing it out. A little more string tension might help too. Because to fall off the big wheel, it has to climb over a ridge. And if you have enough tension, it's a hard time getting up over the ridge. And as long as the wheel stays out, we're good. It looks like that's what's happening. I don't know what I could do to space it in here. I don't know, what would you stick in there? Maybe even just a twist tie. Now the other wheel, look at the other wheel. Look at the other wheel. It's all warped out of shape. It's amazing it's not dropping the string. String tension. Oh, it's not that bad. Not that bad. Okay, I'm trying to be sloppy with it now. Abuse it a little bit. Listen to that. Oh, that's a beautiful sound. Does it do it the other end? Yeah. Okay, it's banging good. There it is. Don't do any more to it. Declare success. If it acts up again later, I'll declare it's some other thing has happened, but success. Wow, that was quite a journey. Oh my gosh. Well, I can thank you very much for watching. I hope what this does is if you watch the whole thing and you facing this kind of stuff, putting a string on or anything else in life that's like this, fiddly and whatnot, that by watching me it helps you calm yourself down while you're doing it. Unless I'm different from most people and I get frustrated quick. I don't think so. I think it's very frustrating work, and it can hurt you psychologically. It would be very depressing working on stuff like this and not having success again and again and again. Very depressing. Just remember that cathartic success is down the road on this kind of stuff. When you just stick with it, you will get there. Okay, enough speeching. Thanks so much for watching. Tomorrow, I think we're going to check the alignment on this radio. See ya.